All right, time for another fortune tell. I got one piece of each color and rank because the entire set of mahjong is too cumbersome to shuffle. I recently learned a new mahjong variant, and I'd like to program AI for it at some point. But I like to play a few times. We got a board game meetup tonight, and I'll get to try it out. So let's shuffle these and do some fortune tells on a couple of things. The higher the rank, the better. So let's fortune tell about the girl that I met here in Taiwan. I'll pull that up. Okay, the girl in Taiwan. Again, the higher the rank, the better. So if I draw a king, I'm going to propose to her tonight. If it's a pawn, then maybe I should just keep looking. King! Okay, how about my career? I'm looking to apply for a job in Taichung. I had a really good time in Taichung, and the cost of living is pretty low. And on the occasion that I do have to travel to Taipei, it's pretty convenient as well, about an hour on the high speed rail. Ah, that is the second to the lowest. Okay, that's all right. How about my job back home in Arizona? Pretty good. How about my art career with the Legos? I have a funny story about a Lego idea that I wanted to. That's on the mid side of things. I had submitted a build of. It's still in the works, still under review, but I'm working on building a replica of Mary Curry's lab. There's some pretty good photographs. You have to wonder how they took the photo. Back in the 1800s, it took 7 hours to get a good photograph of somebody. And I guess the lab didn't move, so that's easy. But Mary Curry standing in the, I can only imagine how it was taken, right? Most people took photographs of themselves when they were sleeping because you had to not move for quite a number of hours, right? But I built a model of her lab, and I suggested to Lego that when we finally, because they had beakers and all that, I suggested we could include a radioactive crystal to put in the beaker when the lab finally goes out. It has a half life of 20 quintillion years, but believe it or not, it is actually now used to make the chemical element that Mary Curie discovered. And Lego said that was too dangerous. So I changed it up a little bit to say that we could include a crystal that is rarer than gold to symbolize how Mary Curie was overlooked in her time because of differences. And also, it has some similar chemical properties to the stuff that she discovered, and that's fine. Same substance, just described a little bit differently, right? But 20 quintillion year half life is too dangerous, right? Although to be fair, Lego bricks are probably less radioactive than bismuth if you think about it, because they're made from oils. So any radioactivity in them has long since decayed away, right? Let's fortune tell about what else do we need to fortune tell about? We covered the art career. We covered teaching career on both sides of the ocean. We covered the girl in Taiwan. I want to eventually get rid of my car. Here, let's do it this way. Am I going to be safe in my transportation needs back home in Phoenix, whether they be car or some other form? Yay. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.